Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I got a few new items over the past week. A couple of them I thought was interesting enough that I might make a real quick short video, share it with you guys. The first item, something I've been waiting on for a little while, finally got my hands on it. And that is a new rail offering from Psionics. It is their S-15 RM-Loc rail. I've been waiting on this guy for a few months now, and it's finally here. And I must say it did not disappoint. The second item is Holosun, the Ronin Ames Max in green. When those things first came out, I took a look at one and it was so cartoonishly big that I was just kind of like, I was interested in it until I put my hands on it. Then I kind of thought, what's the purpose? And this last weekend, I went down to my local gun store and he actually had one of them on a demo AR. And I dry fired it a little bit, and I got to say, I kind of dig the thing. And so I liked it enough that I got one. So anyway, getting started on the rail. First thing, I've only gotten 2 packages from Sionics, but the first thing you notice when they ship you a package is when you receive it, how well they package everything. And I don't know if that's important to you, but it is to me because it tells me a lot. Okay, so after you open the package and then you take the rail from its protective wrapper, the first thing that I thought about it when I looked at it is just how clean it looks. It's a straight 7-sided M-Loc. The finish on it is very nice. It's a Class 3 hard coat anodized in a Sionics black. The best way I can explain the color is it's kind of a subdued black with a little bit of a gloss to it. It looks real nice. Also, just talking about the rail itself, how it feels in the hand, it's like a perfect size. It's not too big and it's not too small. It feels real nice in the hand. There's no sharp edges anywhere on the front of it. Let's talking about some more of the features. I've already mentioned the 7-sided M-Loc. It also has 2, one on either side, steel inserts for your QD mounts for your sling. That's perfect for me because that's where I attach my sling. If you do as well, that's going to be good for you. If you attach your sling somewhere else or use paracord, well, you'll have to accommodate for that. Another feature that the Sionics rail has is if you look on the back, it has 2 anti-rotation tabs. And there's a hole up in there in the pick rail. It also comes with the option, if your upper receiver will accommodate it, it has a stainless pin that goes in here, and that's an anti-rotation alignment pin. Like I say, if you have the upper that accommodates, it's a feature I really like. All right, now, over the features of the rail itself, like I say, it's extremely clean looking, feels good in the hand. Now let's get into the structure, okay? I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I haven't talked to anybody to Sionics about this, but it's obvious they wanted to make an option that was extremely rigid, and they didn't want it to be too bulky or too heavy. And I will say, just looking at it, and I've looked at it for several days now, I believe they have accomplished that. First thing before we get into that, let's talk about the barrel nut. If you look at the barrel nut, it's a good hefty barrel nut, which is something you want if you're looking for rigidity. Also is the material it's made out of. This is the same style barrel nut that you're going to see on any of your like Hodge S-Loc, P-Loc, any of your wedge lock type rail systems. This is the same style barrel nut. This one here differs. It's the titanium version, which you can get a titanium, for the other rails as well. And it has, instead of 1 groove in the middle, you have 3 grooves machined along the barrel nut itself. Also back on it, when we're talking about titanium, the 2 positives for titanium is its weight to strength ratio, and it also acts, unlike like an aluminum barrel nut, it acts much better as a heat sink. Okay, talking about the support that's in this rail, the first thing you'll notice is the pick rail. It's got a full-length pick rail, And this is the thickest part of this is the thickest part of aluminum on the whole item. And what they did, if you look up at the top underneath the pick rail, they did not relieve any material, you know, to lighten it at all. So that's the thickest piece of aluminum. So they saved the integrity by removing material. To use that, if you look, it runs the full length of the rail. That's like a spine. And like I say, that's the thickest part of aluminum on it. So that's going to give a lot of support. Also, if you look at where the hole is for the alignment pin, you see the extra thickness that goes down underneath that. Well, they just took and kept that thickness all the way to the other end and machined, I would like a rib through there, okay, to add rigidity to the pick rail itself. All right, talking about the material in the rail itself. If you look at in the rear, the thickness there on both sides, that thickness carries all the way down to the back of the first M-Loc slot. This part of the rail has been machined and lightened a bit, okay? But from here back, it's the same thickness you see there on the rear of it. Okay, now what they did, because that thickness right there would interfere with M-Loc attachments, they went on the inside and they machined around each M-Loc insert. And now when you look down it, I mean, I know it's all part of the same material, but it looks like a skeletonized chassis from here on back. Okay, so definitely, you know, for the size and weight of this thing, I believe it is going to be extremely rigid. All right, now getting into the most interesting part of it is the lockup. Let me get my glasses on here. This is unlike any other attachment system I've seen. What you have is you have three cams. You have the front and the rear going one direction, and you have the center one going the opposite direction. And when I'm done talking about all this, I'm going to change views. I'm going to give you guys a close-up of all this so you can really see what I'm talking about. And the best way to explain this is they have like a camming system here. And that you only have to turn it about 1/3 of a turn. And the cam itself is made up of like two parts, and it's under spring tension. On one side, you have a T27 Torx bit head. On the other side, you have a piece that has a foot machined onto it, to where when it's in the unlocked position, it has a slot for it. And then when you cam it to lock it in position, that foot actually then, the spring, when you let off of the spring and the tension, it actually recesses into a machined area that's on the side of the rail for it. So there's no way that can come unlocked. Also discussing that, like I said, the middle one, it actually cams one direction. And I'll show you on the barrel nut here, I've actually cammed it, and it's extremely tight. And then the other two go the opposite direction. Okay. And I think it's going to, I mean, who is this rail for? I guess is what's the important thing is. If you need a rail that's going to give you rigidity, okay, for like, let's say you're shooting off a bipod, let's say you're shooting off a tripod, let's say you have items on here that it's necessary for them to hold zero. Well, then a rigid rail, you know, is something you need to look at. And I think Psionics has thrown a good one in the mix here. It's like I say, it's very clean looking. And for what it is, it's very minimalistic. You can tell they really worked on keeping the bulk down and giving you exactly what you needed and nothing that you didn't need, if that makes sense. All right, almost forgot. Let's go over the specifications real quick. Apologize about that. The material is a 6061 T6 aluminum. Like I already said, it has a type 3 hard coat anodizing in Sionics black. The inside diameter is a 1.39 and the outside diameter is a 1.61. The barrel nut is titanium and it weighs 2.2 ounces. I weighed this with the barrel nut and it comes in at 17.5 ounces. And for what it is, that just shows you, I mean, because you take like a Hodge S-Loc rail, which is, it's one of my favorite. There's some things that are different about it. It actually looks more substantial in this, but it's lighter. So that's what I mean, just very clean looking. Like the Hodge S-Loc weighs like 16 ounces, I believe, and don't quote me on that. and I'm pretty sure that's with the steel barrel nut. And but if you look at a Hodge, you see they did a bunch more lightning cuts, and even on like the bottom of the pick rail. Don't mean that's relevant about this. It's just giving a comparison on it. All right, moving on to the Ronin Ames Max. Get that out and show it to you. It's cartoonish. I got a regular Ames here, and we'll compare them. All right. Here's that guy. And this one is in green. It comes with a 1/3 co-witness mount. And it's just like the smaller Ames, it's just enlarged. And it also has this dragon on the side of it, right? That right there is going to take 5 or 6 hundredths off your split times just in itself. Okay, so comparing the two, let's see here. You kind of see the size difference there. I mean, it's, but like I say, the first time I went and looked at them when they dropped, I don't know, it's been, what, 5, 6 months ago. He got them in the shop, and I was interested in, so I went down and took a look at one, and I picked it up and looked at it, and I was like, man, I don't know. But like I said earlier, after dry firing it a little bit and getting it home, I gotta say it's definitely growing on me. All right, folks, that's the 2 items I wanted to show y'all. And like I said, I'm gonna change angles, give you a better close-up of the rail, see if I can give you some more visuals so you can have a better understanding how it works. Like I said, it's a very interesting design, and I think it's going to do well. With that being said, I've got some new items on the way. I've got some new cans on the way. One of them I'm very interested in. It's also an offering from Psionics. It is their MCTR hub mount compatible version. They have 3 different versions in the 6-inch. They have a direct thread, and they have their own QD, which is a 1x16 left-hand Acme thread. And then they have a hub compatible version. And I opted to go with the hub compatible version along with their hub adapter and their flash hider. So just got that ordered. Hopefully, it'll get shipped quick. And like I say, turnarounds have been going anywhere from 24 to 36 hours. So hopefully that will continue. We shall see. Another bit of news. I got my freedom back. I can start this next week, Monday, I can start shooting again. So that's good news for me anyway, right? All right, folks, that's all I have. Like I say, bear with me. I'm going to change angles. I'll be right back with some more close-up footage of the rail itself. All right, folks, I'm back. I'll give you a quick overview, or a quick view of the entire rail, and then I'll show you the barrel nut and then the cam and feature for the way it actually locks to the barrel nut. Okay, this is also the 14.125 inch variant, if I did not mention that before. And if you notice under that pick rail, there is no material removed. There's your 2 steel inserts for your QD attachments. If you see there, the middle one, I was talking about the 2-piece cam. That's actually the middle one. It's in the unlocked position right now. You see about 1/3 of a turn, there's a recess there. And then the spring will pull that foot down in that recess, keeping it from turning. I'll actually demonstrate that for you. Okay, turn around and see in the back. I know a while ago you could not see what I was trying to show you, but you see the thickness of the material. That thickness, if you see it down through there, goes all the way, like I said, to that last M-Loc slot. And then also looking at the hole that's there for the anti-rotation pin, you see that the extra material underneath that. If you look there, you can see that rib I'm talking about. See, there it is. It runs all the way the length of the pick rail. Now, looking into the bottom, you see the slot right there. You see those 3 bars. Those are the flat sides. That's in the unlocked position right now. So when you put it onto the barrel nut and then you cam those cams in the direction they lock onto the barrel nut, that flat side then rolls into a rounded side, and that rounded side is what actually torques into the barrel nut. Here's an up close of the barrel nut. There's the 3 machine grooves I was talking about where the cams actually lock into. And if you see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a shiny spot right there in that center one. Let me turn this on. Right there. Okay, and that cam turns in that direction, like forward, and you see that's I mean, it bit in the whole spot machined out for it, but if you notice, it really bit in the front there. And then your front and your rear one, they torque the other way, so they're really going to bite on the back side of it. All right, real quick, try to show this for you. Take your T27 bit. Then you turn it, and then the spring tension then pulls that foot down into its recess. All right, I'll kind of try to show you what that looks like. Okay. Let's see if we can get it. You actually see that center one roll up, and it goes back to its flat, and then I'm sorry about that, I'm doing the best I can. Then you see it roll up, unlock. All right, folks, I did the best I could trying to show you the up close of that. I don't have much with camera skills, so any recommendation, please hit me up in the comment section. Like always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you for your time.